Hey there, welcome back. Today, I'm thrilled to share with you how to create an ebook for free, and no writing skills needed. Thanks to ChatGPT, a free AI-powered chatbot, you can efficiently produce a high-quality book without any writing experience. Additionally, with the help of Canva, a free design tool, creating your ebook becomes a breeze. Once you're done with your book, you can sell it on Amazon KDP as an ebook or paperback, and generate a substantial passive income. Let's not waste any more time and explore how to do it. Before we get started, if you haven't already, check out my previous video on how to create a word scramble book effortlessly in just 2 hours using BookBolt. This method has the potential to earn you over $4,000 per month. But today, let's take it a step further and explore how to create an ebook efficiently and completely free. Okay, let's create a book of all things about cats. First, let's conduct some research to gauge the potential of this topic. By using the Jungle Scout tool on Amazon, we can gather numerous insights and metrics, such as average monthly revenue, average price, and opportunity score. Upon checking, we discovered that this topic has an opportunity score of 6, indicating medium demand and low competition. This suggests that it might be worth working on. Moreover, we observed that a book published just a year ago is already generating a monthly revenue of $2,700. Another example has a monthly revenue of almost $4,000, while a cat encyclopedia book priced at $40 is earning over $8,600 in monthly revenue. These examples are incredibly exciting, and who knows, perhaps you'll be the next one to earn such impressive revenue. Now that we have a topic, let's utilize ChatGPT to generate content for us. Let's access ChatGPT and ask, if I'm going to write a book about all things about cats, could you help me outline it? Instantly, ChatGPT will provide us with the outline of the book, including the introduction, individual chapters, and conclusion, making it look very professional. After obtaining the outline, let's copy and paste it into a Google Doc for better maintenance. Before diving into the detailed content, let's take advantage of ChatGPT to help us come up with a better book title. We can ask, could you give me some suggestions for the book name? ChatGPT then provided us with 10 amazing and well-written book names, and we can select the one that we feel is most appropriate. Let's choose the title, Meow, the Definitive Guide to Cats, and update it in our Google Doc. To further organize our book draft, let's format the outline first by changing the headline style of the outline in Google Docs. Now that we have our book title and outline, let's begin creating the content starting with the introduction. To accomplish this, we can utilize ChatGPT's writing capabilities by asking it to write the introduction for us. ChatGPT will quickly generate high-quality content, and we can simply copy and paste it into our Google Doc. Next, we can move on to the next chapter, the history and evolution of cats. To begin, we can request ChatGPT to write the first section, which will cover the origins of cats and their evolution. As usual, ChatGPT will provide us with good quality content, even including detailed bullet points on the topic. Let's also copy and paste those content into our Google Doc. If we're not completely satisfied with the content, we can ask ChatGPT to rewrite it using different wording until we're happy with the result. Once we're satisfied, we can easily copy and paste the content into our Google Doc. We noticed that ChatGPT included the domestication of cats section within the origins and their evolution section, which makes sense. Therefore, we can skip the second section suggested in the outline and move on to the third section, the role of cats in ancient cultures and religions. Once again, we can ask ChatGPT to write this section for us, and it will provide us with all the content we need to complete the chapter. Let's also add the written text to our Google Doc. Before we proceed further, it is important to note that the ChatGPT AI model is trained using information from the internet, which means that the content it produces may be flagged as plagiarism. So, how do we ensure that our content is original? I would like to introduce you to a tool called Grammarly. Simply copy and paste your text into its free plagiarism checker or upload a file to scan for plagiarism. If plagiarism is detected, you can easily ask ChatGPT to rewrite the text. Then, scan the new text on the plagiarism checker again. Now, it shows no plagiarism found, so we can now go ahead and update the verified text in our Google Doc. In this way, we can ensure that our content is original and plagiarism-free. Similarly, we can double-check the section on the domestication of cats. Since we have previously rewritten it, as expected, when we scan it in Grammarly, no plagiarism is found. To continue the process, you can keep using ChatGPT to generate content based on the outline, then verify it using Grammarly's plagiarism checker, and finally, copy and paste the verified text into your Google Doc. Once all chapters are completed, you can move on to the next step of creating an ebook. Now, let me introduce you to another amazing tool called Canva, which can be used for book creation. Canva is an online graphic design tool that offers various templates for social media posts, presentations, posters, videos, logos, and of course, the ebooks. The best part is that Canva is totally free to use. However, it does offer some VIP elements that are only accessible to pro subscribers. But today let me show you how to create an ebook completely for free. After accessing the Canva site, you can search for ebook templates, which offers many free options. I will select this one with 9 pages, including the book cover, catalog, and all individual chapters. Let's customize this template now. Firstly, we need to rename the project and delete any irrelevant images. We can then adjust the book title and footer to suit our customized use case. For the image part, I already have a cat page that I will upload and place on the book cover. I will then resize and reposition it. Now, the book cover is pretty much done. Canva Pro offers more fantastic templates in book cover designs, and as an alternative solution, you can also hire professionals from Fiverr to customize the book cover for your special case. If you are interested in either Canva Pro or Fiverr, I have included my referral links in the description below. Let's update the table of contents. We already have introduction and conclusion on the page, so we just need to update the chapter names. Let's start by copying and pasting the initial 4 chapter names from the outline. Since our book has 6 chapters, we'll need to make some room for the remaining 2 chapters. We can do this by moving the conclusion down. To do that, press Shift key and select both the chapter text and page number, then adjust their position together. To add chapters 5 and 6, multi-select chapter 4 and its page number. Then paste twice, and position the copies appropriately. After that, we just need to update the remaining chapter names. Don't forget to update the footer, and also replace the text in the header with our title and author name. Finally, remember to update the page numbers once the whole book is complete. Now, let's move on to the introduction page. We can replace the 2 images in the template with our own cat pictures. Next, let's give this page a proper title. Let's name it All Things About Cats. We should adjust the positioning of the text and images to better fit the page, and remove any unnecessary elements, such as signatures or footers if desired. However, the current text in our Google Doc seems too long for the introduction page. To create a more concise introduction, we can ask ChatGPT to shorten it for us. Before inserting the new text, let's remember to check for plagiarism. Once we have the new text, we can adjust the size and fonts on Canva if needed. Finally, let's update the header with our book title and author name, and our introduction page is complete. Moving on to Chapter 1, we can reuse the template. First, let's update the header with the book and author's names. Next, let's update the chapter title. Then, replace the existing text with your subtitles and book content. After adjusting the font, add a subsection of Early Days of Cats. Keep doing it for the remaining content for the first section of Chapter 1. Now, it seems like the original text on the domestication of cats section is too long. So, again we can ask ChatGPT to shorten it. To get the desired results, you can just ask ChatGPT to shorten your paragraphs by half. ChatGPT is always reliable to get it done well and fast. Remember to check for plagiarism, and then let's paste the updated version in the book. Finally, let's revise the footer. But we're not quite done with Chapter 1 yet. There's a second section to work on. Updating the header and footer every time can be tedious, so here's a trick. Add a new page below, and select all elements on the current page, by pressing the keys, Command, and A, simultaneously. Then copy and paste everything onto the new page to ensure consistent headers and footers. For this section, we will be writing about the role of cats in ancient cultures and religions. First, remove the main text copied from the previous page, and then copy and paste this new section. You may notice that the final 2 paragraphs are a bit too short for the page. If you'd like, you can ask ChatGPT to expand them for you. Just copy and paste the text into the ChatGPT dialog and ask it to expand. However, be careful as expanding it may make the text too lengthy, causing it to extend beyond the page borders. Therefore, to precisely control the number of words, you can ask ChatGPT to expand the text to a specific number of words, such as exactly 170 words. After the work is done, let's see how it looks. Wow, it matches perfectly with the paragraphs on the left side. For the second chapter of your ebook, you have the option to use the existing template that includes some images. But the layout of your content on the pages is entirely up to you. Now that you understand the process, you can continue creating your ebook using these tools. However, keep in mind that you are responsible for doing a final check to ensure that the content is well written, logical, and free of plagiarism. To download your finished ebook, simply click on the Share button located in the top right corner, hit Download, and select the file type you prefer, such as PDF Standard for ebooks. Make sure you have selected all the pages you created, and then click the Download button. Finally, let's do a quick check of the ebook we just downloaded, to ensure that everything looks fine. Great, it seems like everything is in order. Okay, that covers all the steps needed to create an ebook for free and with high efficiency. Although my design skills may not be professional, I hope this guide has given you a good idea of how to create an ebook with the help of ChatGPT, Grammarly, and Canva. By using these tools, you can create an ebook in just one day. With that one-time effort, you can then start earning passive income from Amazon KDP indefinitely. Cool, that's pretty much it for today's video. If you find any value from this video, please do give us a like, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.